Hey, welcome to Stitter Swallow Beer Review live during this solar eclipse day. Of course, I'm in South Carolina. We're only going to get 60% of the sun covered or something like that, 50, 60 out. And so we won't have a total eclipse here or anything. But
I'm a Jammerfan, and we're going to be up here in the Rocky Mountains. I'm going to be at 67%, only a little bit more than you. So not a total eclipse of the sun.
Yeah,
quite.
I tried to look at it today. I was rising because I figured the moon might be by it somewhere. Because I looked at a app and it showed it over Africa and the moon, like right by the sun. So I figured I could see it. So I looked at it, and then I was seeing a white spot for about 10 minutes. So it's starting already to blind people. Hey, I'm drinking Yingling during his drinking and thinking episode.
I'm drinking Chardonnay, and I've also got, check this out, Shagdog, hop water. So hop infused water, and let's see what they say about the blend of hops on the back. They call it a maybe might be hard to see, but they call it a blend of hops for a refreshingly crispy, citrusy pine flavor. It's got Azacca, Simcoe, and Citra hops in it. It's non-alcoholic, but I'm drinking it with Chardonnay because I'm out of beer, so it kind of defeats the point. It's basically like getting a Diet Coke when you're ordering 3 double cheeseburgers at Burger King. It's like the equivalent of that. I'm like, here's my Chardonnay. I got a little Chardonnay. It's a shitty box Chardonnay, but it's kind of vanilla-y because they really over oak these shitty box Chardonnays. So you take a little hit of the Chardonnay, and then you take a little hit of the hop water. So I'm basically creating my own double IPA. But go ahead, Shagdog. Yingling, is it Youngling? Yingling. When I think Younglings, I think it's Star Wars. Remember the Younglings? They were the ones with the little lightsabers.
Yeah, Star Wars. Oh yeah, the little Jedi's. They were the Younglings.
The Younglings, but
they weren't Padawans yet. They were Younglings.
They're younglings, but then they all got murdered by Anakin Skywalker. Remember, because he got all aggro and Revenge of the Sith or whatever, and he murdered him.
That was pretty sad because one little kid came up to him, "What do I do, Master Anakin?"
And he's like, yeah, it was like I was gonna make a political joke about the Democrats murdering children, but I'm gonna not do it because I'm a Democrat.
That would have been
why would I do that?
What do I do, President Biden?
yeah. But I'm a staunch liberal, socialist, communist, Marxist, Lenin Democrat. So
Earlier you were talking about John Lennon. I'm into the regular Lenin, like the Marxist Lenin. The one who wants to take the means of production and all the stuff.
Well, what was his first name? Vladimir, right? Vladimir Lenin, I think so. Vladimir. Yeah. I used to know my history and names. I can't remember now. Oh, no, that's Putin, right? What the hell was Lenin's first name?
John.
No. Anyhow. Yeah, so the eclipse is going on today. All the theories and speculations of America's doom and the Exxon, the America, and the Alpha and the Omega between the last 3 eclipses over since 2017, 23, and now this one actually makes the Jewish symbols for Alpha, first and last, or whatever.
Yeah.
So what do you think of all that stuff?
Well, the first thing I was going to say is that it kind of I think the eclipse kind of makes people go crazy. Hold on one sec. I got to fix my headphones really quick. Bear with me. Well, hopefully I can do this while casting.
Yeah, if it screws up, you can come back in.
Can you hear me, man?
Yeah.
All right. Looks like I'm just going to have to go off the audio on my phone, which is kind of muted a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me. You're kind of quiet, but I can work with it.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
I can turn my gain up a little bit.
So there's John Crichton. He wrote Jurassic Park. He also wrote a movie called Congo. And so in Ghostbusters, to go back to another film for a second. Ernie Hudson, who was, the Black Ghostbuster, but he played, the Black Ghostbuster, I guess. Now,
He was the main ghost. He was like bust all kind of ghosts. YDN, real ghost.
Yeah. No, that's it. He's in the movie Congo. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Congo. Came out in like 98
My name's Amy
or something. Yeah, had the like Amy Gorilla. It was like really annoying. But
hold on, I gotta let the dog out. Hold on. Keep talking.
Oh, no, it's all good. Ernie Hudson, he's in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll continue.
So Ernie Hudson's in the movie. He's a guide that takes these people through the jungle and stuff. But there's a night it's really quiet, but the moon's out. It's really bright. And all the monkeys start going crazy in the jungle. And Ernie Hudson basically says, it's a full moon, so every monkey thinks he's Elvis Presley. I think when there's shit going on with the moon or the sun or the light, like it does make people a little nutty. You know what I mean? Like somehow our primal minds are affected by, the sort of solar patterns that happen around us. And I think an eclipse is like, it's an unnatural thing. The next one's not till 2044 or something like that, right? I don't even know if there's even going to be a society left by 2044.
Yeah. For the U.S., they say that happens every
20 years from now. Like,
yeah, they say it happens every 18 months somewhere in the world. But yeah, the next one for the U.S. is that far.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like it feels like an event, Hey, what are you gonna do?
I'll just see if the dog's back yet. Hey, so yeah, the dog, the moon, the Shagdog. I got my name under there, Moon Dog.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. I put Eclipse Warrior Alien because also you said you like tell me something weird about the eclipse. Some people are saying this eclipse is like it has a kind of an alien connection.
Yeah, and what you're saying
like
about
that there's some kind of like aliens are hiding their ship while they're coming across the thing,
Yeah, what you're saying about the strangeness, people get crazy during full moons is right, because people in medical fields, law enforcement, they always say activity.
Yeah.
They don't like working on during a full moon,
Yeah, full moon. And I've heard that several states have declared a state of emergency over the eclipse thing, even.
Yeah, a lot of them
they're
are getting population or influx of people coming there.
Yeah, so it's fucking like why is human behavior altered so much by something that should just? Shouldn't it just be a normal thing? People are like, oh, it's an eclipse. It's just like the moon rising or falling or the sun.
Yeah, most of the people that are traveling to the areas where it has totality, say, for instance, Little Rock, Arkansas, most people that are going there are from somewhere around there, within a couple hour drive or something. It's not like people are coming from all over the country. There's a big stretch of land, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. But what they say is that one eclipse that came this way, it basically went through 7 Salems, city of peace, Jerusalem's original name.
Oh.
And another weird thing with that one, it exited. It went through South Carolina and went out Fort Sumter, where the Civil War began. Now this one's coming into the Eagle Pass area, of course, with all the influx of immigrants, and also the last the Civil War.
It goes through Texas. I know it. It starts kind of in Maine and it kind of curves through Texas.
Right. So this one, the last Confederate to surrender was in that area in Texas where it's starting to come through. So that previous eclipse left South Carolina where the Civil War began. And this one's coming through where the Civil War basically officially ended, according to the last surrender or something. And that's not counting
Yeah.
Juneteenth. Because they surrendered, but they didn't tell the slaves till June 19th that they were free or something. 3 or 4 months later.
Damn.
But yeah, that was some weird stuff. And it's going through all those biblical cities of Jonah where he warned the people of Nineveh. And it's going through the town of Nineveh, like 7 of them or something like that. Yeah, creepy stuff. Any other theories? Oh, well, here's my theory.
At this point, we're so close to like a Civil War shit show in America. I don't think the aliens, if they are coming today, I don't think they want to even take us over. I think they're just like, hey, it's not you, it's me. I'll call you later. We'll be back. Like that's the classic alien like dumping talk, right? You've got dumped by an alien if he's like, you know what? I know we anal probed you. We had a couple of glasses of wine, but you know what? We're going to be back later.
Some Chardonnay.
Just watch the skies.
What's that you're drinking? Wine and what?
Chardonnay. Yeah, Chardonnay is a type of grape. This is a white wine that's been oak aged, 13.5%. It's a box wine, Boda box. One of those. It's like pumpkin spice white bitch drink.
Now, what's the other stuff you're drinking? The non-alcoholic drink?
Oh yeah, this is non-alcoholic, but I need a little hops in my life, so this is hop water.
Hot water, yeah, that's what the aliens said.
Hot water, yeah.
Chardonnay and hot water.
Hop infused water. So I've got alcohol and I've got hops, and if I close my eyes and wish really hard, it tastes like I'm drinking an IPA.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I was going to buy a variety pack today. It was what's that, New Belgium with the weird
Voodoo Ranger?
Yeah, it was one of those, but it had some new ones that I never heard of before or never drank before. But it did have the juice, whatever that one's called, juice, something, which I didn't like too much. Yeah. But I didn't want to buy a 12-pack. I hate buying variety packs, and then you end up not liking them, especially if they're all IPAs. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the New Belgium Voodoo Hop Ranger drinks, like Fruit Force and Juice Force. Yeah, the Juice Force is what you're talking about. They're kind of like flavored malt liquor with hops or something. They're not very good.
Yeah, I like the juice better than the fruit, though.
Yeah, the Fruit Force and they have a Tropical Force. So I'm 5 miles from the New Belgium Brewery in Fort Collins. They also have one in Asheville, South Carolina, as well. They have 2. So I'm by the original one. So the liquor stores here get the new stuff quick, and they have Tropical Force now.
Yeah, I think I see that.
That's like a pineapple-y one. I haven't even tried it yet, and they have so many different weird. They always come out with a new weird IPA every couple months. That's got the Voodoo Ranger guy with the skull, and he's got a weird costume on every time. It's kind of getting old. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not very good.
You think with that being like a malt liquor, they're gearing it towards kids, or because that's one of the first things we drank as teenagers. Besides regular beer, we malt.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, so there's an explosion of those they call them stovepipe cans. They're the 19.2 ounce. They're bigger than a pint, but they're not quite a bomber. They're 19 point. Those skinny Voodoo Ranger comes in, and there's a lot of them now that come in these skinny cans, at least in my market. They're these tall cans, but it's more than a pint. It's 19.2.
Right.
They all seem to be $3. I've seen one from Goose Island. I've seen one from Oscar Blues. I've seen them from some of the national brands. Sierra Nevada has a double IPA. They all seem to be 8 or 9%, and they're all $3, and they're all like a big tall can. But instead of being a pint, or how Natty Daddy and those come in the 24-ounce cans? Mm-hmm. These are 19.2, and it's this weird size. It's kind of like in between.
Yeah.
And it seems to be, there's like 20 of them. There's like 20 different choices I can choose from in my liquor store. They're all $3. I actually think the Oscar Blues is $3.49. But all of them are all about $3, and they're all about 9%. And you get, it's like a big can of beer that's high ABV. Yeah, and a lot of them have like fruity flavors or whatever in them. It does seem to be kind of like a malt. Basically, it's almost like a craft malt liquor resurgence.
Right.
But instead of like the old ass tasting, and I love malt liquor, but some people don't like that. Like, I don't know. It's like that you can taste the alcohol in it and stuff. Like I actually, if I drink Natty Daddy or Mickey's, or it reminds me of the Baghead videos that you guys did where you were drinking malt liquor, Colt 45. There's a nostalgicness to that flavor. I don't know what it is, but I like that sort of like malt bomb alcohol flavor. But I think for a modern Gen Z audience, they're like, hey, here's something that has a lot of alcohol. Actually, way more. Believe it or not, the malt liquors that you guys drink were only like 6 to 8%.
Yeah,
Even these IPAs are 9 to 10. A Juice Force is 9.5. So
Colt 45 is only 5.56 or something like that.
Yeah, so they're like malt liquors, but they're flavored and they're closer to like a Four Loko or something, like a flavored
but just
alcohol drink. But they do have some hops in them. They do use some of the malts and stuff. So it's sort of a hybrid, weird thing. But I go onto Reddit, on the beer subreddit on Reddit, and a lot of people are complaining about these. They really hate the Juice Force stuff. They're just like, this is ass. I want a regular IPA. This flavored stuff is for kids. It's like malt liquor ass.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think that
the Juice Force
seems to be some of the consensus. Is like it's kind of gross.
The fruit force threw me off because I was thinking it was going to taste like a fruit punch, the way some people described it or something, but it didn't taste like fruit punch, like Hawaiian punch or something. Yeah, it doesn't taste like that at all. Yeah, so now if they did, because I had that
maybe they changed the recipe, but the first one I got major fruit punch vibes, but the second time I had it, it just tasted like chemically and bitter, and like it was like fucking gross. I drank it because I bought it. I was like, fuck it, all right. I'm like, I know it's a spitter swallow beer review, but rarely have you guys just like spit a beer out or dumped it. Like you guys usually always finish it,
I've done a couple, but out of all the thousands of beers,
a few. Yeah, a few. Just a handful, right?
One or two handfuls.
So it's like, it's hard to get through, but whatever, you paid for it. You're just gonna drink it because it's still alcohol at the end of the day, right? Oh man, that's funny.
That's what I was thinking about with the Eclipse. I was going to buy Blue Moon, which I don't think they sell Blue Moon. I haven't seen Blue Moon lately, but that'd be good for the Eclipse. But I was like, I'll yak on camera if I drink that. Something with that.
They seem to be selling it in 15 pack. In my area, it comes in 15 packs of cans, and it's like a 15 pack for $18, like $17.99. So I think they're trying to have a better value of like, because normally you see like a 12 pack for $17.99 or something, right? Like, so they have a 15 pack of cans. Founders comes in those 15 packs, those like skinny boxes that are 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's that style of box, and I've noticed that there's people doing that more. Breweries doing these 15 pack boxes. But it wasn't enough to. I was tempted to. I haven't had Blue Moon for a while, and it was one of the first beers I started drinking when I drank craft beer. So I think there's maybe some nostalgia with Blue Moon, maybe.
Yeah, I just never liked it. And that time, first time me and Jammer reviewed it, I was like, I don't like this beer. I don't even want to review it. Come on, you got to review it. And I actually had to run for the table. We were doing it on my back patio. I had to run for the table, go out in the yard, yak it.
Damn.
And you can hear me. Of course, those videos are gone, but.
Yeah, that pisses me off, man. I know Jammer posted some of them on Facebook. I'll have to go check it out more, but I'm mad that they're not on YouTube anymore. It was like it basically was like a historical archive,
Yeah, we can blame COVID because that was when we were doing live stuff and something happened during a live video. Of course, we started doing live videos before COVID because it was just hard to edit videos and upload them and stuff like.
Yeah.
So we just said, heck with it, let's just do it live, which he didn't like. I don't like it too, but I don't like editing. He doesn't want to edit anymore. So That's what we got. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wore a Star Wars shirt today just because,
No, I saw it. I didn't notice until after I said the Star Wars thing about the younglings.
Yeah.
These
are the ones that P. Diddy took home with him and little jaw walls.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny, man. You're that was a nice jab. It's a nice jab.
Jabba the Hutt.
Man, you're on fire right now. Don't ruin it, Shagdog. You go out on top. Like you got it. You got it. No, don't keep going. Like
okay.
No, like you've mastered it. Now you got to like back up from Star Wars jokes. Like you got it. You got it in there.
Yep, that's right. That's where it's at.
You dunked on the hoop.
Yep. I took it to the next galaxy, far, far away.
What do you got? Fox News on in the background? What do you got blaring back there, right?
Nothing's blaring. I got my
OAN.
What the hell is OAN? No, I do got Fox Moon or Fox Moon. Fox. Oh, it's a Fox Moon. What does Fox say?
No, I
got
can
Fox.
hear it in the background. I can hear the angry sound of conservatives nagging in the background.
The volume is down, but
I can hear it. You got a good mic. I can hear it.
Oh, really? I mean, I just got up. I can't even hear it with my ears right here, just barely. And the sink's running and stuff. There's people in the kitchen, but
I think that it's because that microphone is so sensitive.
It is, because I was upstairs the other day and I could hear what the heck were they doing? They were doing something down here, and I had my headset hooked to it so I could hear stuff into it. And I was hearing it clapping or whatever heck they were doing downstairs.
Yeah, no, it's a very sensitive microphone. Yeah. So, but it's nice. It's on brand for you to have Fox News complaining in the background about, like, it's an invasion of Mexico. We have immigrants invading the country, Shagdog. It's an invasion.
They are. What about the other channels?
They're fucking invaded, bro.
January 6th. January 6th. January 6th. Insurrection.
But you know me, I'm a Democratarian conservative. I'm every party. I represent every party.
Yeah, when I took the test, I actually went to the center and to the left a little bit. So it's like 4 sections.
Okay.
I took the test and I went to the left a little bit from the center, downward and left, So that's, but I couldn't believe it. But I think it's written by people who are on the left, because all the questions were vague. Some of them were vague. Are you? It's just like you're gonna go left a little bit, or to the center. You're never gonna go far right with that questionnaire. I was like, you should try it. There's a test. It's an actual test, though, political test. I forget what it's called, though. I looked it up as soon as I saw it. I was like, let me try that test.
Yeah, the problem is everything is going to be biased in one direction or another, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost impossible to have an unbiased poll, an unbiased test, or whatever, right? Because people have their views. And it actually makes it, like, impossible to really,
like you said, Lenin earlier, if him and Hitler both took the test, I don't think one would be to the extreme left and one would be to the extreme right, They might have been to the center, too.
Yeah, I mean, Hitler applied for art school. He famously got denied, but he was going to be like an artsy, like, hat, like he was going to have a little beret, and he was going to be, and my pictures are so pretty, can I paint you naked, lady? Like, he was going to be like a fucking, like, super liberal.
If those ones that
got rejected.
Yeah, the ones that rejected him, if they were still alive in 1930s and 40s, they were probably like, I don't know the word.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. German or Austrian.
And we fucking und up. Like, like, fucking Hitler, man. Yeah. Right. I mean, he was a flaming liberal. And then he just just changed polarity. He was just like, boom, fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Hey, shit happens. You think he?
Shit happens. Shit
You
happens.
think he
I don't
wasn't
know how we
really?
went from the eclipse to Hitler, Shagdog, but I blame you.
Hey, the moon does crazy things. Makes you do crazy.
Yeah, the moon does crazy things. I'm if our one viewer, which is probably Jammer, sees my camera, it's gonna slow down in a minute, but I'm going to get a little more Chardonnay.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Too. Keep talking. I'm gonna go grab a yang a lang.
Yeah. Go grab a yang. Go grab a yang.
What the heck? What? Hey everybody, thanks for joining us and watching. Sorry for that little eclipse, that blackout right there.
I'll be right. I'm here, Shagdog. I'll be back in about 30 seconds, man. I just want to let you know I haven't abandoned you.
All
But
right.
have fun looking at my ceiling for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend it's the eclipse up there. Yeah, so many theories. Also, the moon is in supposedly Pisces right now. And then after today, like tomorrow, it moves out of Pisces. It goes into Leo, supposedly. So they say the moon represents Jesus. And the Pisces, as the moon moves away from the Pisces, there's a dragon constellation underneath the moon. I don't know what the dragon constellation is called, but once the moon moves out of Pisces, the dragon tries to, basically the two fish of Pisces falls away, escapes from the dragon. So that's why a lot of people are saying it's going to be the rapture after today too. So you better repent. And then supposedly the moon, I thought they said Libra at first, but I was like, what's Libra got to do with Jesus? But then someone else said it goes into Leo, so I don't know what's right next to Pisces. But whatever the thing is goes next, it's, the wrath of God. Moon into Leo. Left as a lamb, returns as a lion. Yeah, any other... Oh, I was going to also play this great music. Let me see if I can bring a little bit up real quick. I don't know if it'll play on here, though.
All right, Shagdog. I'm back in the game. Just getting my top box on. Top box Chardonnay, baby. Look at that. From Washington State.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Mouse.
Kind of looks like an IV bag when you take it out of the box.
Yeah, it does.
I just, you got to squeeze the last little bit out like a fruit. I call it wine fruit, so I squeeze that last little bit out.
Yeah, or even just get a razor blade, cut it open, and just,
Yeah, you just cut it open, but there's too much splash if you do that. It looks like a murder scene. I'm trying to, it's already enough with the, but so help me with this. I didn't want to Google it because I thought my first impression was funny. That Total Eclipse of the Heart song with the Total Eclipse of the Heart, was that the fat lady Wilson Phillips?
No,
she's that.
Yeah, it wasn't Wilson Phillips. I'm trying not to Google. I'm trying to think of her name. It's not Bonnie
I swear
Wright.
it was her. I just see this when I see Total Eclipse of the Heart. I just see. Was it Cyndi Lauper?
No, that came out before Wilson Phillips came around.
I guess you're gonna have to Google it, Shagdog. You're gonna have to Google it.
I'm gonna have to Google it. Okay.
It's important. That's like the song of right now. That's the theme song of our fucking cast. I'm voting fat, extra fat Wilson Phillips. Like when she first came on the scene and she was super fat, like Oprah fat.
I knew it was a Bonnie. I was thinking Bonnie Raitt, but I knew it was Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Tyler.
Oh fuck!
And you do know Wilson Phillips were like 3 women, right? That was their last names, the Wilson sisters and the
Yeah,
Phillips
well,
sisters.
it was one fat lady that was as fat as 3 women that she was pretending she was 3 women so she didn't feel bad. But what was their song? Was like, "Love is a battlefield." Like, what song did they sing? What song did Wilson Phillips sing?
Hold On for One More Day.
Hold on for one more day. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm really fucking fat. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, okay. But isn't there one lady in there named Wilson Phillips? Who's the lady who's she's really round?
That was I can't remember if she was a Wilson or a Phillips, but that was their names. The two, her and the skinny redhead, were sisters, and then the blonde was the other one. They're daughters of guys that were in the Beach Boys.
Yeah. Well, I'm disappointed that they, I would expect, if you're doing an Eclipse song, like a song about the eclipse, I would expect you to be fat, right? Because you're going to block out the sun, correct? Like, it takes a large person to block out the sun. And I'm not the skinniest person ever. I'm not trying to fat shame. I guess not that much, but I want a rotund woman. See, like Wilson Phillips should cover it. I need a rotund woman to serenade me about the eclipse. Like, you're going to talk to me about the eclipse. I need, or an alien, Shagdog. You casually dismissed that this is an alien invasion. What if they're using this as their spirit? They confuse the human. Like, they know we're all going to be preoccupied, and then boom, you fucking send an armada in to take over.
It could happen. It could happen.
Just think, we're all fighting Democrat, Republican, Trump versus Biden, right? But we're not looking up, right? We're not seeing their, oh, look, what is this?
I think I have to remove it because I don't think I turned the audio on.
Oh. Is it the Heroes Show, the theme song for the Heroes Show?
Yeah. Because remember they had the Eclipse.
Oh, do it. I haven't heard that theme song for a while. Do it, man.
Let me see if I can get it back there.
It has like those French horns.
Yeah.
You remember when Inception came out and the trailer had the deep French horns? It would be like,
oh yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hey, it's from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible?
Yeah. You should skip the ad, but I can hear it. Oh, here we go. Look at that. It's very like.
Did you used to watch that show?
I saw the first season. Everybody was watching that first season, and then remember that Chinese guy that was traveling back in time and shit? Hiro.
Yeah.
His name was Hiro, Hiro, which is kind of ironic.
Hiro.
Oh, look at you. You were a fucking Heroes fanboy. Jammer would laugh at you for that. He'd be like, fucking Shagdog watching Hero. I guarantee you Jammer did not watch that show. He was probably like throwing axes at like frogs or playing darts or something. Like Jammer is just one of those hard he's a hard guy, he was probably burning something.
That was funny because P.A. Gurnu was asking about wrestling. I used to watch my young days, and he mentioned like one or two wrestlers that you might have heard of, Dusty Rose and somebody else, like Brown Sugar and this and that, and all these like Florida, NWA, early 80s.
Yeah, but I think I've talked to you and Jammer about this many times, but when we were kids, there was no cell phones. Our parents would just be like, come back when the street lights come on. Like you just went out and played during the day, you did whatever, just when it's dark, come home. Oh. Now it's a weird long theme song. It's not like fast and like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm trying to think. I think it's like Magnum PI has this rushing theme song. It's like bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba da 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 da. Like, I miss those like boombastic theme songs of the 70s and 80s. Like, you knew it was a fucking theme song. They were coming in with the orchestra, you know?
Yeah, they had another part. It wasn't really the theme song, but it was because you know who wrote that was Wendy and whatever. It used to be the girls in Prince of the Revolution. Forgive me if I wrote this.
Oh.
Yeah. Those two girls, Wendy and whatever the other one.
Yeah,
that's who wrote that music for that stuff there.
Really, I love them. I love Purple Rain, the movie. You know, they were in that movie. I love, like, you know, oh yeah, let's go let's go crazy. You know, like I fucking love Prince, man.
Yeah, there was another intro thing when I came back from the commercial or something. It just showed the Eclipse real quick, and it was a weird like musical intro. It was better in that one, but it was really short.
It was like, I showed it, really quick.
And they had a really good acoustic song. I don't know the name of the band or what the name of the song is called, but take the last train home. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. In your eyes. You know, went on like that. So it was pretty good acoustic song. Cheer. Did you freeze? Looks like you froze. The Eclipse has you in its clutches. Or maybe I froze and you're saying the same thing about me. All right, there you go. You froze there for a second. It's probably the Eclipse.
Oh, no, I was fixing the sound. I finally figured out a way to turn it up a little bit on my phone. Mm-hmm. But now I'm getting way more Fox News, though. I turned it up, but now it's like blaring for me, man.
Let me see this, because I think you're picking up my illustrious roommate's watching a conservative type video in the kitchen. That's what you're picking up. Yeah. One of the people who got a Facebook video talk about stuff. Yeah.
I can still hear it back there. I definitely don't have Fox News on at my house. I can still hear it.
Turn my gain down a little bit. How about that?
You can't mute that shit or turn it down?
No. Well, let me see on my Facebook.
Who's are your parents watching Fox News right now?
No, she's watching a video on Facebook. It's like a guy that commentates on stuff. You know?
Oh.
People. Let's see.
Well, that's okay. We got to deal with what we got to deal with. But I'm like, I finally was like, oh, I can hear Shagdog better. But then there's like stuff in the background.
All right, let me turn this. I got to reduce mic back noise on here. But James or Jammer says he usually can't hear me when I do it. So we'll see if that works. How about that now? You'll hear it.
I can barely hear you, and all I can really hear is that other background noise.
See, oh, really? Wow, that's weird. Let me turn that shit back on. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Whatever you did, it's worse.
Oh, really? Yeah, I turned the because on StreamYard they got a background
you should
noise.
Amplify your audio as much as possible to overcome the other audio.
I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I got the volume all the way up almost. There's volume all the way up. Gain's all the way up, but you're probably going to hear that now. I can hear it now too. Yeah. All right, let me just.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's the Eclipse, right?
Yeah, I could always move to another room. I'm gonna have to reset up.
I shouldn't have said anything before. I could hear you. Now it's like I can't even hear. All I can hear now is the fucking background.
Yeah, let me take that background. That's weird because it's supposed to be blocked background noise. And it's blocking me.
Yeah, it thinks that the Fox News is it thinks the Fox News is the main thing.
All right, there we go. All right, how about now? You can hear me now? You can't hear me?
Hold on.
You can't hear me now?
It's a little. I can hear you, yeah, but it's like weird hearing a conversation, an angry conservative conversation in the background.
Yeah, they're talking about the Russians and stuff. But I'll have to move it upstairs because it seems like they're turning it up.
I think they are turning it up to block you out.
Just turning my gain down. So where's the gain? How about now?
And I have a loud voice, so I think they maybe heard me or something through the headset. And they're like, let's turn this shit up.
How about now? I got the gain all the way down. You still hear it?
Everybody does an impression of me. I can hear these people. I can hear their whole conversation.
Oh, all right, well, let's end this one. We'll start one more before I have to kick the bucket and go to bed, I guess. I still got
Now you're just, you're totally drowned out now. It's
Oh, really? I got an hour and a half, so yeah, I'll move it upstairs.
all right. We're at 40 minutes. You want to take a break and do just a quick drinking and thinking break?
Yeah. I'm gonna move all this stuff upstairs, and then we'll start a new one.
All right. Cool, man. All right.
All right. See you in a bit.
Well, we'll be back for Drinking and Thinking Eclipse Part 2. The do-over.
The rerun.
All right, man.
All right. Bye.